Even a sign in our chat if you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is okay, if you can see the presentation. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Ksenia Андреевна Мельникова, and today I'd like to give a short talk on how to use apps in learning English. You know, that's a big problem actually, because this information will be useful not only for students who are preparing for the Russian state exam, only for those who are preparing for ОГЭ, next year, and for those people who just want to learn English. So I hope that this information will be interesting and useful for you. What I can say that I use lots of apps and lots of games and lots of that stuff because, so I think you can understand me, that I spend, I think, 10 hours a day using my mobile phone and computer. So that's why I'm trying to help myself somehow and find the best way and the easiest way how to learn English. So let's get started. Actually, the first question that you may ask, who are you? So why do we need to listen to you? Okay, so Ksenia Андреевна Мельникова, teacher assistant of Institute of International Education. Also, so I took part in an internship in Spain. What else? So I'm a holder of diploma into Seoul, if you're interested in what is that. So teaching English for speakers of other languages. So I'm a professional teacher and could teach adults, teens, and young learners. So, but my sphere of interest are mostly young learners and adults, and my favorite students, so I love them. So I decided to divide my speech into several rubrics, and you can see them on my screen. But before that, I want to ask you some questions. So do you use any applications to learn English? What do you use? So top 3. And are you satisfied with it? So type up at our chat. So do you use anything? What do you use to learn? And so how do you find it? Quite good? No, not useful. Netflix, yeah, so I can agree. I can totally agree with it. Yeah. So after giving a speech, probably I will watch something there. YouTube, Reddit, games in English. Yeah, games in English, that's beautiful. So most of my young learners, most of my students, they play games and they know vocabulary that is connected to games, and they know, I think, probably more than I know, really. Anki, okay. Do you use any special apps such as, I don't know, Duolingo, Lingualeo, something like that? Quizlet, okay, trainer, okay, okay, yeah, BBC Learn in English, I will cover this app as well. Vocab. So if you see that I haven't mentioned some of the apps, so you can share your ideas with others, so using our chat, because it's impossible to cover all the apps. And so I'm not a suicide actually to give a 3-hour speech about all of them. But so I'll try to do my best. So as I said, I decided to divide my speech into different rubrics. So the first one is systems, so how you can master your grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Then skills, especially listening and speaking. I haven't covered writing and reading because these skills, they are included into some other apps that you will see today. So some for specific exams, especially for international exams, I found 2 beautiful apps for ЕГЭ, and I'll give you some comments about that. And all that is needed, so such apps as Duolingo, Lingualeo, which consists of lots of materials inside one app. So probably we may start from that order, yes, so using this order from systems to all that is needed. And yeah, so the first app that you may use to practice your grammar, that is Learn English Grammar from British Council. Actually, you will hear British Council today, so very a lot, I could say, yeah. So because I'm a big fan of British Council, they provide beautiful materials for teachers, for learners as well. And somewhere here, yeah, you can see my pen, so from British Council, so just I love it. Yeah, so what can you do there? You can choose the level, so it consists all levels from beginner to advanced. You can choose your level, and when you open the level that you want to practice, you can see lots of topics, lots of grammar themes that you may struggle with. And yeah, so choose the topic, and then you may see lots of different exercises, lots of sentences, lots of situations where you need to choose the correct form. Then you can come back, you can revise all the mistakes that you have. And yeah, so it's for free. Why not? So just use it. The next one, again from British Council, Johnny G. Actually, I do not remember right now, is it for free or not? So some months ago it was for free. I hope that it's still so. Some benefits that you may practice here, not only grammar, but words, so and spelling as well. Yeah, spelling, so how the word is written. One thing that here there are no levels such as beginner, yeah, elementary, or up intermediate, advanced, but levels are divided from easy to hard, so you can see the levels and you can see, yeah, different colors that are connected to each level. You can see the topics, grammar topics that you may practice here. And also, so according to words, you can choose, so you can see different topics on the screen. So I don't know, education, medicine, culture, architecture, whatever you want. And so the function is partly the same. So you may see the sentence and some options. You need to choose the correct one. And here also that there is a time limit, so you need to be as fast as you can. And there are, I remember, yeah, so as well 20 questions, around 20 questions for each topic. Yeah, you can get some scores and so check your progress there. So another beautiful app where you can practice. Then pronunciation. So pronunciation. If you want to work out your pronunciation, the first recommendation is watch. So watch in English, Netflix, YouTube, whatever. So that's the best way how you can work with it. So you can pause the video, you can stop it. So you could try to repeat the words after the speaker. And so in that way, you can practice it better. Be sure that the accent that you choose is correct. So if you want to practice, I don't know, British English, so please watch this kind of series. But for increasing your vocabulary, obviously, yes, so please watch everything that you want. But if you still have some problems with different sounds, you may use different apps, such as, for example, Speak. And so how could you work there? You can see different units and different lessons. And in each lesson, you can practice some different sounds. For example, yes, skill number 2, s, sh, and z. Then, so when you choose each particular lesson, you may face with the word, yes, so C, you need to listen to the audios, you need to decide which sound is correct, and then you will see the difference between these two words. Actually, yeah, I'm talking about apps, but I have a pretty nice book, how you can master your pronunciation. So please, if you want to know about it, you can remind me at the end of my speech, so what book I'm talking about right now. And yeah, I will tell you, so the best book where you can practice your pronunciation. But some students, so they want to practice not only pronunciation, they want to practice transcription, yeah, transcription symbols, how to read it, how to work with them, because they work with dictionaries, yes, and they need to know how to read each particular word. I do not recommend students to study to learn how to read using transcription symbols if they are beginners, for example, because there are lots of ways how can we teach them. But from pre-intermediate or even intermediate, so I suggest you to learn transcription symbols, because so how can you work with dictionaries? How can you know the right pronunciation of this word? In that case, so you may, of course, learn them by heart, yes, find them somewhere, but there is a special app from British Council, yeah, so it seems like I'm their fan, but okay. So you can see a phonemic chart, yeah, with all the sounds, and so again, it's for free. You do not need to find somewhere, whatever. So just download the app, open it, and so some benefits. You can see there all the sounds, then you can press the sound, so you can listen to it, how to pronounce it. Then if you press to this corner, this blue one, you can see the examples, so where these words are used, the sounds are used. Yep, and you can so practice also these words. So amazing. Then we are moving on to vocabulary. Yeah, vocabulary. So the first thing that I want to start with is dictionaries. Yeah, because every day when we are learning, when we are studying, so we're faced with lots of words that we don't know, and probably what do we do? So we open Google Translator. Yeah, so okay, so what is that? I don't know. But the problem is that Google Translator could not give you the correct translation. So for each situation, that's the problem. And sometimes the pronunciation, if you don't know how to pronounce the word, so it's awful. And so here you can find 4 different dictionaries for mastering your, how to say it, working with vocabulary, something like that. So the first one is Redict. I use it, and I use it maybe probably every day. So for example, you don't know what does this word mean, dance. So you take this word and you can see 2 different versions. So the first one, you see the translation, yes, so into Russian. Then you may see different examples with this word. And then if you scroll down, you may face with English, so with meanings in English, and again with lots of examples where this word is used. But be careful with the pronunciation. Here, you can tape here, you can listen to the pronunciation, how it's pronounced, but what's the problem? Here we can see the transcription, dance, but the pronunciation is dance. So yeah, be careful with it and check the accents before copying, okay? Also, you could add these words into your favorites. So then at the end of the week, so at the end of some days, so you can scroll all the words that you added to favorites and you can practice them again. And so that's beautiful. Another one, that's the app that I use with my students. So that is Urban Dictionary. Of course, we want to sound freely, yes? So to sound free, we want to use slang, we want to use some shortenings, some abbreviations, so and lots of things that natives use every day. Where we can find these things? So we can find them watching series, so I don't know, using lots of social networks, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But okay, we could hear the word, but what does it mean? So we didn't get the idea of the meaning. So we can follow this app, we can find this word there, and mostly it consists of bad words, that I have to say that, but yeah, not only bad words. So here you can see COVID-38. So a person has been unlucky enough to contract COVID-19 virus twice. So you can see the examples where this word is used. And yeah, so for slang, that's amazing, the best one. Then there's a context. Yes, so again, Google Translator could give you just some examples of meanings for some words. But if you want to know all the meanings, all the context where you can use this word, because in different contexts, the word can change, yes, so completely, so it can be changed completely. And again, so you can tape the word, you can see the translation, you can see the examples, and you can see the context where and how you may use each particular word. Yeah, for figure out it's easy, so because the meaning is just only one meaning, but still for some words it's crucial to know the context. And like the god, yeah, so the daddy, how to say daddy of all dictionaries, Oxford Dictionary. So Oxford Dictionary, Macmillan, Longman, so whatever you prefer actually. So I prefer Oxford Dictionary, so somewhere I can see the printed one, so I love it. Okay, so we've covered dictionaries, but how can we learn it? Okay, I know that dance, that's танцевать, beautiful, but how to remember it? So we can use lots of apps. And the first one, so that's Quizlet, yeah? Here you will see different apps where you can create cards for practicing, for learning, yeah, all the vocabulary that you face. So Quizlet, I love it. That's my favorite one. My recommendation is, so try to download all the apps, try to use all the apps and decide which one is the best one for you. So because I love Quizlet, my colleague, she loves Memrise. So another one, she loves Tiny Cards. So, okay, so we're different. Quizlet, so you can add your vocabulary list there, and here you can see some different exercises that you may work with, and yeah, so to boost your vocabulary. So beautiful. Another one, Memrise. So functions are partly the same, but Memrise can check your level at the beginning of using this app, and Memrise provides you topics and vocabulary that you may study with Memrise. So Quizlet, it doesn't work like that. No, you have to find something. You may find something there in Quizlet, of course. So according to your interests, to your needs. For example, for special course books, I don't know, English file, Unit 2. So, and you may find lots of lists of vocabulary. In Memrise, so Memrise, every day, Memrise could send you a message like, hello, today I have something for you, so let's practice together. Another one, that's Tiny Cards. The function, there is only one function, as I remember, you can create just a set of cards. That is all. So you can choose the cover, you can write the name of your cards, then the description, yes, so private or public. Then you can create the front side of the card and the back side of the card, and that is all. So I used this app really, so last year maybe, yeah, I used it a lot when I was preparing for one of my exams, because so I like it, just so it's simple. So you have the front side, the back side, so nothing useless. And the last one, it's Easy 10. I love it because this app suggests you 10 words every day. So every day, this app sends you a notification like, hello, Ksenia, please, today new 10 words are for you, they are ready. So, and you can learn this word, so using that way. In Pro version, they have some brain boosts. So these are some extra exercises with these words. Actually, I haven't used it. So if you use this thing, so write about it in our chat. Yeah, because so I use just only the free version. And yeah, so it's pretty enough for learning vocabulary. Again, so download all the apps and try them and decide so what is better. Then we're moving on to how to activate the vocabulary. Of course, you have to use them. You have to use them in different contexts. Yes, so I'm just here to provide you some ways, some apps where you can use them. The first one, it's more, how to say it, luxury one. Yeah, may I say it like that? If you watch a Len show, so she plays this app with her guests, heads up. So you have the word somewhere here, and your partners, they have to explain this word to you, so without naming it. And if your word, so you have to guess, and if your guessing is correct, so you just have to head up, and yes, so you get the point. Be careful with this app because sometimes the words are complicated, and some words, so they use slang a lot, and sometimes it's difficult to get the meaning of the word. That's why I found another app, Alice, actually, I haven't found it. Actually, I had this app and I used this app in Russian. And when I was preparing for this webinar, I found out that really, so we could use it even in English. So, okay, hello. Yep, so Alice, you can choose the language, so Russian or English. You can choose the level, not the level, the complexity of vocabulary that you want to practice. You may create different teams, so you can play in teams, you can play in pairs, and so actually however you want. In the middle of this app, so we can see the word. You need to explain the word without naming it, yeah, so the same function. Then you need to scroll up or scroll down, so if you're right or not. You can also put here some other extra options. So explain the word using different emotions, explain the word so with gestures, yeah, and something like that. So try it, and yep, so play with your friends. Then we are moving to listening. Yep, so I've read this app somewhere in our chat, yeah, BBC Learning English. Beautiful, beautiful app. What benefits can you get from it? So here you may find lots of audio recordings, and at the beginning of each recording you can find the vocabulary list that you must struggle with, yes, and that you may practice before listening. Then, so you can see the duration of each audio, and if you have some problems with listening, so it's difficult for you to listen without transcription, so here is the transcription. So you can check, you can listen sentence by sentence, you can stop the audio, you can check whether you understand it correctly, yes, so you can organize yourself as it better to you. So BBC Learning English. Another one, so podcasts. So that's obvious, actually, because I have a beautiful quote, a beautiful phrase for you. So if you want to improve your listening, you have to listen. If you want to improve your speaking, you have to speak. Yeah. So if you want to improve your reading, you have to read. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, podcasts. Choose them wisely. And there are two types of podcasts, so adapted and authentic. So adapted, you can see them on the left side of the screen, the left side, 6-minute grammar, 6-minute vocabulary, the English we speak, so and etc. So songs in English, and yeah. It's really good. So if you don't know some vocabulary, some grammar constructions, how to use them, so you can choose all these podcasts, you can scroll down all the topics and find what do you want to master. But I suggest you also to use authentic materials. Authentic, yes, so they are made for native speakers, so without any adaptation, simplification, and these kind of things. So you may choose the topic that you are interested in, so history, art, psychology, I don't know, medicine, architecture, whatever you want. And you can find different channels, so follow these channels and just listen. The problem is that there are no transcripts. So yeah, in that case, my recommendation, just try different channels and find the easiest one for you. Then you can increase the level choosing some other ones. Then, so listening, another one, Skyeng Listening. Skyeng, then our partners of our institute. And I like this app. I like this app because using this app, you can, again, choose different topics, different categories. You may see the duration of each audio. If you want, you can work with subtitles. If you don't want, so you can just hide them. And at the end of each audio, you may work with questions. So you may practice your skimming sub-skill, so getting the main idea of the audio. So that's beautiful, because just, okay, I've listened to the audio, and so what? Here you can see some possible questions, so you can practice your speaking. You can do it in pairs, yeah, so you can have a discussion, so beautiful. Then, so for having fun, actually, I use this app for having fun, lyrics training. Here you may work with different songs. For example, so the song of Billie Eilish, I don't know, you could see me in the crowd. Yeah, so it's out, and I can listen to it, but I do not understand one word. So 1 or 2 words, so it's difficult to me, and I don't know, okay, so I don't want to Google it. I don't want to find all the lyrics. No, I just want to work out it myself. So you can open this app, find the song that you're going to work with. Then you can choose the level. So beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And the number of missing words will depend on this actually level. For example, so we can choose intermediate, so you could see me in the crowd, and during the listening, you will see some missing parts, some missing words from that song, and you have to choose the correct word before the end of the line. Yes, so you can't come back to this line, no, so you have to do it on the spot. And so you may have some, I don't know, competitions with your friends. Yep, so and just try doing it. And I've learned lots of songs using this app. So beautiful. Then speaking. Of course, you have to practice. Yes, so you have to talk to somebody, and there are some possible ways where you can find a peer, and yeah, where you can find a pen pal if you want to practice your writing. So the first one is Tandem. I put it here just because I want you to know about this app, but I do not use it. I have some technical problems with this app. Again, functions for all the apps are partly the same. So the first one, you can choose the language that is native for you, then you can choose the language that you want to master, then you may see some people who want to improve Russian, and you want to improve English, yeah, so you can contact, you can chat, and so you can have some classes, and yep, so just practice the languages that you need. Then Hello Talk, another one. I like it more than the first one because here you can create something like a blog and you can post there, so lots of things that are important to you, like hello, this is me, so hello, so I go sightseeing with my friends, so somewhere, so I'm hanging out. And natives, not only natives actually, so all the people, they can give you some comments, they can give you some corrections about what you've written, and you can find again some natives who are learning Russian. You can help them with Russian, they could help you with English. You can tape them a message, you can record yourself and send them, and they can correct you, so whatever you want. Also, if your level is not so high, you can press here, and you can translate the sentence. You can also correct the sentence, as I remember, if it's in Russian, so you can give him some corrections right here, not just taping, okay, here is the mistake. No, you can correct the sentence. And so actually I found around maybe 10 friends, so using Hello Talk and the next app, so italki. Yeah, I found 10 or 15 friends, and we still keep in touch, so we still talk to each other sometimes and have conversations. So italki, that's the app where you can find professional teacher, especially native speaker, but you can find also some other people, some other natives who are learning Russian, and so you could help them with Russian and they could help you with English. So the function is the same. But if you want to find a professional teacher, qualified teacher, so italki, that's the app that you can use. And Buzu, actually this app, one of my students, she suggested me to try using this app, and I haven't heard about it before actually, before preparing for this webinar. And so you create something, a kind of blog there, and also you may find different exercises, depends on different topics. For example, I don't know, films, yeah? So you have to watch a short video about different types of films, something like that. So I do not remember what was the topic. And one of my friends did this exercise, and that's her print screen. And yep, so at the end of this video, there was a question. So what's your favorite movie? Actually, it was expected that she would answer this question, but I don't know why she taped the answer. She retaped the question. I don't know what happened, but still, okay. So what's your favorite film? And here, so you could see that next day, one guy, from Australia, he gave her some comments about what was written. So we asked the question correctly, but I think you are meant to answer it. Yeah, so actually I don't know what happened with her. So you can get some comments from natives. Then we're moving on to, so exam preparation for exams. Especially for Cambridge exams, for international exams, for CE, CAT, PET, and FCE, and for TOEFL, for that kind of exams. But again, if you're preparing for FCE, it means that you're preparing for the Russian state exam, because they're partly the same. I mean, the language and the level. So exam lift. One thing that Exam Lift, as I remember, there are two apps, Exam Lift A2, and for pre-intermediate, and Exam Lift for B1, for intermediate. So for B2, it's not out right now, but I expect that, it will be on the App Store soon. So here you can find different skills that you may practice, actually all the skills, writing, speaking, reading, and listening. There are lots of exercises that are connected on mastering these skills. And as I remember, these apps are for free. And as I remember, some of the functions, are closed and need to pay, but for some basic functions, they are for free. So. Then TOEFL, there are two apps if you're preparing for TOEFL. The first one, all the information. So it includes all the information that you need for your preparation. And another one, some sample papers, some vocabulary list. So that is connected mostly with the language. Another one, that's word formation and phrasal verbs. I recommend you using this app if you're preparing for the Russian state exam. So the vocabulary and the verbs, they're useful for that exam. But one problem, so it can be so easy, So one problem that these apps, they're not for free. The first lesson only, so it's only for free, and one lesson consists of 20 exercises, 20 different exercises. I remember between 15 or 20. So you could try. So if you find it very helpful, very, very useful, so you can pay each lesson. Yes, the price is around maybe 100 rubles for each lesson. But the words and the verbs are very useful. And another one, so that is this, how I don't know, I know that this word does not exist, the stupidest one. So this app is very stupid. So please do not use it. I just put it here for you to understand that there are not only useful app, but useless as well. So either, what's the thing? That you have to know this app, so you have to open it. And there you may see vocabulary, especially verbs, especially irregular verbs. And there are 10 verbs that are for free. Okay, beautiful. And then when you scroll down, so you can see that all the verbs are closed, so are locked. And you have to pay 75 rubles for each verb. 75 rubles for each verb. Beautiful. Actually, so let's go back for this beautiful, where is it? For this beautiful app, Quizlet. So you can search and you can find irregular verbs and you'll get the list with all the verbs. So, and the functions from this app are the same. So you have lots of exercises how to remember and how to learn all these verbs. So for free, 75 rubles for each verb. So that's stupid. Then, so the next one is, yeah, for ЕГЭ. I put it here only because I wanted to show you something that is connected especially with ЕГЭ. But if you practice and if you use all the apps that we covered before and that I will cover soon, you will pass it, so you will be prepared. But still, so for ЕГЭ especially. There are two apps that I found, so ЕГЭ чтение and ЕГЭ грамматика лексика. So the first one, the problem is, okay, what's the problem? The problem is that there are sample papers. So just sample papers with sample exercises. I don't know what's the reason to buy this app, because this app, okay, so they remember give you trial period, or they give you just one example, just one sample test, and then you have to pay for all the tests. Okay, you can find all the tests on the internet, you can buy the book, so which is much more cheaper than this app, but still, so you can use their free samples, and then so you can just delete them. Yep. So, and some other useful apps. And actually at the end of my speech, you could ask me, so what are your favorite apps? So what is your top 5? And that is the best one, so I love it. Ingvid. Actually, they have their YouTube channel, and you can find them actually on YouTube as well, but I use their app. This app is for free, so all videos, they are for free. What's the thing? So there are lots of videos that are connected with grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, how to improve your listening, speaking, reading. So all questions that may appear here, so they have already answered by this teacher. And there are 5 or 7 teachers, yeah, so who records videos. And so you can choose the topic, you can find the topic that you want to know more and watch the video. The problem is there is no transcript, there is no subtitles for these videos. I don't know why, because 1 year ago it was, so I don't know what happened, but on YouTube they have, so they provide subtitles for each video. So if you have some problems with listening, so you could use YouTube, yes, and watch it with subtitles. The best one, so I love it. The next one, so 4 apps, 4 beautiful apps, and they have lots of functions inside of each app. And okay, I recommend you to download all of the apps and try all the functions. They are somewhere, they are the same. So some apps, they include some other materials that other apps do not have. Some of the apps, they have some 3 beautiful exercises that others do not have. So just try to use them, because my friends, they use Duolingo. So I do not like Duolingo, I use Puzzle English. So my friend, he likes Lingualeo. So I use Puzzle English only because I have another app. I didn't put it here because actually yesterday it stopped working, and like, okay, thank you very much. Puzzle Movies, but there is a website. So with the website, everything is okay. Puzzle Movies, because there I watch series and films in English and with double subtitles, with Russian subtitles and English subtitles. I know that there are lots of free websites where I can do it, so without payments. But what's the thing? So if I don't know some words, so I could stop the audio, okay, I could scroll the dialogue, so I could see the whole text, yeah, from that video. And if I do not know, I'm not sure about this word, I can tape to this word, I can see the translation, and I could add this word to my dictionary to Puzzle English. So these apps are connected. That's why I use it. So the price, it's not so expensive. So it's around 2,000 rubles per year, something like that. But I bought it using some special, some special code. And yeah, it was so minus 50%, yeah, so benefits. So yeah, just my recommendation to write down all the apps and download it and try all the functions. There are some other apps such as Parla, yeah, so again, functions are the same. These are just the examples. What can you use to master your English? Then there are 2 other apps, and so they are not for free. So yeah, Duolingo, Lingual Pause, English Ever, yeah, they are not for free. There are some free exercises, some free skills, some free words, some free things that you may practice, but not all of them. Yeah, so Simple and Aber English. I use right now Simple only because I love detective stories. Okay, I love detective stories, and in their paid version, they have lots of detective stories that you may work with, and also using these stories you may you get donuts, so that's amazing. And also, if you don't know some words, you could add them into your dictionary. You can recall these words later, revise all the vocabulary. Also, it consists of grammar, some grammar lessons, some revisions, working out mistakes if you did it before. So just functions are the same as here, but still, so detective stories, you know. And another one, actually, I knew about this app and I tried to use it many years ago, maybe 2 years ago, as I remember, when I first faced with this app. But functions, so when I opened this app, it was, the app is expensive, it was quite expensive, and I saw that, okay, so I can do everything actually for free. I could find some other apps, and why do I need to pay? So I just closed the app, and maybe 3 days ago, I gave another chance to this app, so I downloaded it, I opened, and so I was bombed actually. So it was amazing because here there are lots of authentic materials. There are lots of videos, and videos, they're up to date. So they use some news, they use series that I love watching. And yeah, that's not only the thing why I recommend you using this app. The thing is that here you can check what skill is practiced here, the duration of the video, the level of the video, what vocabulary is practiced here. So you can open the video and you may see here some pre-listening exercises at the beginning. So you have to work with vocabulary that you may come across watching this video. Then you have to watch the video. Then there are several exercises where you have to apply all the vocabulary that appeared in that video. So that's amazing. That's the best way how apps should be organized. And so probably I will buy this app next year, maybe, yeah. So because I want to use some of the materials, and some words and some lessons are useful so to me, and yeah, that's amazing. So, and the last thing, social networks. So please do not avoid using social networks for your study purposes. Yep. So find some educational channels. So on VK, on some groups here in VK, then on Instagram. So follow English bloggers, subscribe natives, use hashtags. On TikTok as well. So there are lots of channels. So use hashtags such as English, I don't know, listening, phrasal verbs, studying English. So all the hashtags that will help you to find different accounts. You have to create the surrounding here to yourself to and to face with the language every day. So if you want to get the language, you have to create, you have to put yourself into the language. So that's the thing. Actually, so that's all that I wanted to say about it. Reddit, yeah, Reddit, of course. So memes, so yeah, please use Reddit. I can see it in our chat, and I use Reddit to find some memes for my students. So at the end of the week with my students, we have a meme for this week. So yeah, Reddit as well. Sorry for not including it. So if you have any questions, about some technical stuff, so how to register, how to, I don't know, download these apps, so you can Google it. If you have some other questions, you can ask me right now, or you could write me an email and I'll answer. So yeah, I can see here some questions. So can you tell about your favorite book? Please. Oh, it's difficult. Yeah, because okay, probably the book that I'm reading right now, the book, and it's yeah, The Great Gatsby. I decided to reread the book and I love it. So that's my favorite for now, for this week actually. So when I finish this book, I will read another one and this book will be my favorite. Another book that I found really interesting, actually I do not remember the name, it's connected to something. So the beautiful new world from Aldous Huxley, as I remember. So «О дивный новый мир», it's in Russian, and I'm not sure about the English name of this book. Yep. So which subreddit do you use for memes? Actually, I do not know what is subreddit. What is that about? I just opened Reddit and I just searched the meme that I want to add to my presentation. So that's the thing. Thank you. So thank you too for your participation. Follow our YouTube channel. So watch all the videos, because I watched all of them. So they're amazing. Okay. Can you show the apps for grammar? At the end of this day, I'm not sure, but maybe, yes. So in the evening on our YouTube channel, so you may rewatch this video. So when you will pause this video and you will write down all the apps. So yeah, yeah, we'll send the presentation. Okay. Yeah, that's obvious. Word Hunt. Yeah, Word Hunt, do you use it? Yeah, thank you very much for reminding me about Word Hunt. And I use it and I send this website to my students for checking the pronunciation and the meaning. I haven't put it here because I haven't found the app. So as a web resource, as a website, that is brilliant. Yes, so you may use it as well. Yep. So if you have any other questions, so maybe you will watch it online, so on YouTube, write me an email. Have a good week, have a nice day. Yes, on TikTok I saw a video. Have a good day, have a nice day, have a nice week, have a nice year. So have a nice and beautiful life. And yep, so see you in our further webinars. Take care and goodbye.